But what is your why? Some people's why is, I want to spend more time with my family. Some people's why is, I want to see my children grow up so that when one day they are adult and they lead their own life, I can safely say that I've played my 100% role as my parent to be there with them when they're growing up. That's somebody's why. Let me share with you my why. My why is very simple. I grew up, I'm sure some of you have seen that. Not sure if you have seen that video, but if you have not, maybe later, because I've not posted that on Facebook, I'm in the midst of doing some social branding on myself. So I'm keeping that video to be put into my new branding page to be launched. But I can send you that video when Raymond and Diana, one of your uplines from Davao, interviewed me in a cable car. Some of you went with us to Genting, right? Yeah. In the cable car. So it's a very nice scenery with the cable car station moving behind, you know. And they asked me that interview and asked me, Gary, what's your why? Why you are doing what you are doing? I mean, you are already obviously financially very successful. You have a lot of things in your life. Why you are still doing this? You know, why you are still giving everything on stage and to like to all your people? And I says this, my why is very simple. When I was growing up, virtually I came from nothing. Virtually nothing. I don't even know sometimes where I'm going to get money to buy my next meal. That's where I came from. Seriously, it was really below negative. Even I have a car, it came a time I didn't even know how to pay my monthly installment. But I realized that through associating with the right people and through, more important, a right platform. You must have a right platform. Even if you have the right people around you, but you don't have a right platform, you can't do anything. So with the right platform, with the right mentors, with the right team, people can grow from ordinary to extraordinary. You can be a nobody today and you can be a Mother Teresa tomorrow. You can be a nobody today and you can be a J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, tomorrow. And I realized that I have the gift to compile my journey for so many years, and especially my experience in the network marketing industry. And then I realized that my why is I can use what I have to also show people how to get from ordinary to extraordinary. That's my why. And of course, that ordinary to extraordinary in the context of the Filipino community of the whole world, my biggest why is, again, I want to mention, one day, and this I've been doing every single morning, guys, for your information. I do this thing called the morning priming. If you want to know my ritual every morning, I do this morning priming recommended by Tony Robbins. If you want to know, I can send you the link. And at the end of the morning priming, there's one part that we actually close our eyes to visualize something that we want coming true. And the third thing that is always on my mind in that exercise was to fill the Philippine arena with 100,000 ex-OFWs that doesn't have to be OFWs anymore. They can still be living in Norway. They can still be living in Italy, in America, in wherever they like, but not as an OFW. That's my dream. That's my aspiration. So that's my greatest why in doing what I'm doing today. Okay? So the big picture in Enagic today, I hope you all understand, is Enagic is just a platform. The key factor in Enagic is not even Enagic, it's you. So you must ask your question, what is your why? Because if your why is not big enough, maybe after 10 phone calls of rejection, you may just say, oh, I think, you know, Enagic is too difficult, you know. There are some people who say, oh, Enagic is very expensive, you know, or Enagic is this. There are 100 reasons why Enagic won't work. But if your why is big enough, you just need one reason why Enagic will be the change in your life. That's all. All right. So you must establish what is your why. With that why, nothing will stop you. I mean, I always tell myself this: if one day I'm going to have that experience that I walk in, okay, I tell you how is my picture every time I close my eyes. When I close my eyes, I walked in. Hopefully, it's also together with President Duterte. I'm not sure he's your favorite president. I don't follow Philippine politics, okay? So but currently he's your president, so I close my eyes. I walk in together with President Duterte and all the celebrities, both in the Philippines and overseas, surrounding it, and then 100,000. Can you imagine 100,000 people in that stadium cheering, so happy? Some of them crying like mad. Why? Because their lives have changed. That's how I see my why. And not only that's how I see my why. When I saw that picture, you know what? Somebody come and tell me, you know, your pyramid scheme, you know, this product is made in China. I don't think I can do this, you know. Whatever reason, it's not important anymore, because whatever the rejection is so small compared to where I'm going. That vision,
Yes.
oh, I tell you, it's like, can you imagine? And I told this to, especially nowadays, in Manila, we have a group of, I'm not sure some of y'all know people like Juan Miguel, then we have Coach Russ, then we have people like Joshua. These are all millennials, young people, 25, 24, 26. And I told them this, I said, what if Enagic allows you to be a part of history making for the history of the Philippines? How much is that value to you? How much is that of value to you? You can one day, I mean, I told myself this, I don't even need the history book to say, oh, Mr. Gary Gan has, I don't need. Maybe I would be so blessed if in the history book of the world or the history book of Philippines that say a Malaysian, okay, that's all I need, a Malaysian helped start to revolutionize the abolishment of the OFWs. That's all I need. That's my greatest blessing and my greatest why in doing this business. Okay, so guys, seriously, before anything else, you need to know your why in the business.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is, I've mentioned this over and over again. It's so simple and yet is not being taken very seriously. And that is, you need to have your goals. You need to have your goals. I can see there are 8 people now on this call right now. I'm not sure where you are in the level of Enagic or how big is your vision for Enagic, but you need to set a goal. Whether the goal can be, you want to be 4A by when, you want to be a 3A by when, you want to make how much by when, it really doesn't matter. But you know what I realized, that when you have at least something written down on paper with the description and your deadline, you tend to be more serious. I realized that. And therefore, I realized that every time I get involved in doing something, for example, now I'm in the midst of building my dream home. Okay, I bought a, not really that big, I bought a 8,000 square feet of land that I'm buying a home. You know, I bought that land close to 5 years now. I never really do anything about it until early this year. You know what? I decided to put a date. I said, I'm going to have the house built by end of, because it takes some time for certain documentation and all that, by end of 2021. So that means I'm giving myself 2 years to build my dream home right here in near where I live. And the moment I do that, guess what? Suddenly I'm talking to the architect, suddenly I'm talking to the ID, suddenly I'm getting quotation from. Suddenly things are in momentum. But can you imagine, I bought the land 5 years ago. I never even bothered to do anything. Yes, I want to have a dream home, but nothing's happening. So same with your Kangen business. Trust me, Norway is a big place. Of course, it's not as big as China, but it's a very big country. I'm sure you all agree with me, right? Now, my question is, somebody out there in Norway could potentially be your leader that contributes 1,000 machines to you every month. But my question is, how are you going to find this person? This person doesn't have written on his forehead and say, I am the one. I am the chosen one. Please call me now. Hey, there's nobody walking on the street like that. Let me tell you a science, okay? And this is not something to do with like law of attraction where it's so mystified, people don't know. But I'm telling you about science. If today you close your eyes and I keep telling you, think of a pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac, pink Cadillac. Even when you open your eyes, you will still have a vision of the pink Cadillac. That's how your mind works. So what I want you all to do, if you can, please do it. And if you are really serious in your business, write down a goal on paper. It must be written down. And then I want you to see it every day and repeat it every day. If you can, keep talking to your whoever, like your spouse and all that, you know. And even better, do like what I do, okay? In my early days, this is exactly what I do. Every time I show the plan, you know, the 1A, 2A, 3A until 6A. And when I started in April. So I told myself I'm going to be a 6A. That means 100 machine. I'm going to be a 6A in 3 months. 3 months. And guys, that was during a time where Malaysia doesn't have an office. We don't have easy payment, and we have to TT the money to Hong Kong, just like you guys have to send the money to Germany, and then wait 7 days for the machine to return back to Malaysia. I wrote there and said, I'm going to be a 6A by June. So I joined in April, May, June. I want to be a 6A by June. I wrote there, and every single time when I show the plan, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, the moment I reach 6A, I say, you know what? I'm going to be so successful in this business. By June, I'm going to hit 6A. By June, I'm going to hit 6A. Those guys doesn't even probably understand what I'm talking about. Why is 6A? They don't care. But you know what? When you start to share about that, it's not about them. It's about you sending, this is what I call as sending the GPS, you know, your GPS to the top. And of course, if you believe in God, to me, the top is the God lah. So if you believe in God, when you set your goal and you keep telling people about it, you are actually informing the Almighty God that this is where I'm going.
Yes.
Now, if God can make the mighty ocean and the highest mountain, come on, what is 6A? What is making $1 million? What is having 1,000 machines every month? What is about conquering Norway or Scandinavia? All this is small. The question is, what are you doing to go there? Where is your direction? So a lot of people get so focused about the how to do, what to do, who to do. That's next question. The what you want is the most important. All right. So if you have not done it, please write down your goals and do what I do. Tell the whole world about it. And don't worry, people won't like write your goals down and then say, oh, Amalia, you say you are going to do this, that every day, call you, hey, what? People don't even know about that. It's not about for people. It's about for you. You want your goal, write it down, be so engrossed in your goal, tell every single one of them about your goals, and you just surprised. Let me tell you this, the moment I start to do that, okay, anyway, for the record, I didn't become a 6A in June. I became a 6A in August. So I became a 6A in 4 months. Can you imagine that? So a lot of people say, wow, Gary, you have this, you have that. Yes, I may have some knowledge of network marketing, but I never knew where the people are coming from. So what I'm saying is, you can knock the door. You can knock the door 100 times, but if the door don't open, it just don't open. But if you have a way that You just need to knock the door one time and the door opens. So some people say lucky. I say, yeah, you can say I'm lucky, I'm blessed. The point is, I set the goal, I set the GPS direction where I'm going, and I send it to the top. And guess what? You reach there. And that's how I got it. Okay. So
Yes. Congratulations, Gary.
thank you. Who is that that clap? Is that
It doesn't have a video.
oh, don't have a video, huh? Because I okay, anyway. Okay. So it's very important. Please. Okay, and then for you leaders, let's say like Christina and Amalia and Anna, you all are leaders of your team, right? I ask you a question. How would your business be if every single one of your team members have a goal? They are just like going to work. Every one of them have a goal. Every one of them have a direction. Every one of them have a deadline. And they are working towards their deadline. They are working towards their direction. Ask yourself, what would your business, how would your business be? Imagine not just you have goals, your people have goals. And then I realized when I was working with this company called Xerox, you know, the world's biggest photocopier machine company. And then I realized why Xerox, being such a big company, can be so successful for so many years in so many countries. You know why? Because every single one of the employee, even the janitor, have a goal. Even the janitor knows how many times they need to wash the toilet a day, or what they need to do every single day, every single week, every single month. Okay, so now we are in charge of our business, our global business. Does our people have goals? So if your people have goals, imagine if you can always have a weekly. This is what I do now with all my team members. Every Monday of the first day of the week, which is Monday, we have a meeting. We set our goals for the week. Then the following Monday, when we meet again, we review what did we do the last week and we plan for the next week. That's exactly what I'm doing with my team right now. You guys may want to do it. Maybe it doesn't have to be Monday, can be any days that is convenient to you all. All right. But remember, whether you like it or not, we are running a business. We are not running a hobby. That's why I always tell people, I said, if you are doing your business without a goal, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. Seriously. What is a business? Every business, you go and check, every business have a goal, have a direction. They know exactly what they want. And if they really don't know or don't have a direction where they are going, very soon you will find that their business will be a big problem. All right? Now, the next thing I want to tell you is about, this is a little bit more about Enagic. Okay, so of course, for those of y'all like Anna, Amalia, and Christina, of course, Helen, that have been to Malaysia to attend our KPT seminar, you will probably have more knowledge, more idea what I'm talking about. But for those of y'all who are new, probably you may not hear of this before. So I want to share this to y'all. Now, you see, I believe, Helen, am I right to say that everybody here in this group are Filipinos?
Yes, everybody.
Can I say all are Filipinos? So it's a all Filipino star team here. All right. Now, you see, I won't consider I'm an expert in the Filipino market, but in the last 8 years that I've been very involved in building the Philippines market, okay, and of course I have all of y'all, I consider my second family, my Filipino family. And of course, I talk to people like, for example, Asato, the branch manager of Enagic Philippines. I realized that every country has its different culture, okay? So, for example, I was talking to Asato the last time when we were in Manila, and I said, hey, Asato, you have managed India office, and now you are managing Philippines office. India is doing close to coming to 3,000 machines a month right now. Philippines sometimes is not even doing 500. What's the difference? I said, you know, I don't know. I mean, I hope there's no Indian here. I mean, you know, right? Indians, they talk, they shake their head, and you know, and they, I mean, compared to the Filipinos, you know, wow, you all like, I realized that every Filipino are super salespeople, you know. I mean, number one, very friendly. Number two, somehow every Filipino can sell, and that's how the word called calderologist came from, you know. There's no country in the world that is a calderologist, you know, except for the Philippines, right? I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about, right? Calderologist.
Yeah.
The specialist in caldero, you know. So, and then when I spoke to, when I spoke to Asato, then he says that this is his observation. He says that many Filipinos like to see quick return, as in fast money. That means maybe I sell and I make money. I sell something, I make money. And of course, nothing wrong with that. In Enagic, especially when you look at the 8-point, is really, really very good. Okay, I've not seen a lot of companies that pay that much at that area called the 8 points. Okay, but the 8 points to me is both a blessing and also a curse. The reason I say that is because it's so attractive that some people just only focus the 8 points. Now, again, I want to say this, nothing wrong in selling the machine, nothing wrong in trying to max out or take the whole 8 point. But this is how I want to equate our success in Enagic. Now, success in Enagic to me has two factors. One, of course, health is one thing. Health is definitely a given thing. If you're drinking the water, the health is a given thing. But I'm now talking about the financial or the happiness aspect of Enagic. I want to talk about these two things. So, if you only have money, but you don't have time, to me, I don't think it's success. Why? Because you can't eat money. I mean, if you make $1 million, you make $1 million, let's say you make $1 million peso a month, but you don't have time to even spend it or to be with your family. I think to me, that's not success. So to me, money must go together with time. Now, the problem with just selling the machine, you may end up with a situation where you make a lot of money, but you don't have time. And the biggest problem with just focusing on selling the machine is after some time, you will notice that not only you don't have time, but your money gets smaller and smaller because why? The resources is only dependent on you. That means your prospect pool grows smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Suddenly you find that you are not able to sell as many as before. And that is what I noticed with my Philippine team, some of my existing team at one time. Wow, I tell you, they are, because they came from the Caldero, you know, I think Royal Prestige or Salad Master or something like that. At one time, these ladies are making from the 8 points, 1.7 to 1.5 to 1.7 million peso a month just selling machines. Do you know that? Today, some of these people are not even having 2 sales a month. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, I've already seen the holes. I hope you don't jump into the hole. I hope you can walk and bypass the holes. So what I'm trying to say is, you need to focus on what I call as leverage. So that's why the big picture in Enagic is building a team. You need to build a team. I think I sent some of y'all, I think I sent to Amalia, I sent to Helen. I'm not sure if I sent to Christina or not. I asked y'all about your 10 key leaders. Yeah. Now, why did I ask about the 10 key leaders' names is, if your asset is your people, your 10 key leaders must be every time with you on your phone. That means any events, these 10 key leaders must have it. Any anything at all that do with Enagic, these 10 people must be the first you send to. If you need to invite them for any event, these are the 10 key leaders. They are like your generals. And the reason why you need to have, of course, some people say, Gary, I just started, I don't have 10, I got 3, I got 2, I got whatever it is, doesn't matter. Make sure you keep adding names of your leaders in that list. Very, very important. Because I always tell people this, if you can plant this seed in your head, okay, now, I've always been branding myself lately as I'm the great life coach. So great life coach, let's say if I were to ask Christinette,
Yes.
if I were to ask you this question, if I were to ask you a question, what would be a great life to you? If I were to ask you, what is a great life? What will be some of your answer be a great life?
Great life is having life with my children and family.
So having what?
Great life with my children and family.
So in other words, you need to have time, right?
Yes. Yes.
If you just only have money, you give them money, but you don't have even a time to be with them, that's not a great life, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, you see, a lot of people, this is my observation through the years, and this is what I've been telling you. A lot of people thought that making a lot of money is important. It is. To have a good life, yes, no doubt about it. But what is making money without that freedom, without the time? Then it doesn't make sense. That's why I said the making money part must give you the freedom. So in other words, you must plant a seed in your head. How can you make money in Enagic without working? Now, I'm not telling you to be lazy or don't do anything. But if you can just plant that seed in your head to ask yourself this question, how can I make money in Enagic without working, as in without your own involvement? Then you are already on the right track to a great life. Because my mentor always told me this, he says, Gary, what you think will be what you act, and what you act will be your result of life. A lot of people, their mindset about making money is, I have to work. So, and because it's normal, because we see our parents working, make money, we go to school, and then the school system say, go to school, study hard, get a job, work, and retire. So we always have this notion that we need to physically work to make money. But who says so? Okay, look at me. I'm not saying anything. I'm a great example from a Kangen perspective. And I've been sharing with a lot of people. I told everybody, for the last 6 years, okay, of my life, in Enagic has been paying me every 1 minute 50 cents US 50 cents every minute, whether I sleep, whether I read a book, whether I go to the toilet, whether I'm swimming, every minute 50 cents goes to my bank account for the last 6 years. That is possible in Enagic. But in order for us to achieve that result, you must change your mind. Okay, you must take the focus from you going out there just like a calderologist, having a product, selling it and making money. You must now start to think differently. You must wire your brain differently. And this wiring, you need to focus on something called a system. So which means your money making capability is not based on your time and effort. It should be based on your people's time and effort. I want to repeat again. Your money making capability should not be based on your effort, but based on your people's effort. So that's the reason why I say your greatest asset is your people, because your people are going to make the money for you. But don't get me wrong, you are not going to be lazy. You are not going to be like sitting there and say, oh, you guys do the work. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that in Enagic, if you look at the bigger picture, the bigger money is not even in the 8 point, guys. My 8 point, I think after the first 1.5 years in my 9 years, my 8 point has already run out. Today, if you were to look at my income, my 8 point is only 2% of my total income. 98% doesn't even come from my 8 point. It comes from the overriding bonus of what we call the 6A2 and above bonus. It has nothing to do with me going out there to sell a machine. Nothing. Okay? So I want you all to understand, because why? Why at the beginning I talk about the why. What's your why in Enagic? And I want to talk about the great life is because making money with no time is meaningless. So in order to have more time and more money, your money making machine should not be you. It should be a system that is run by people, and that's what we call leverage. Leverage. Okay, so you must really get the concept. And in Enagic, we are very blessed. There is a lot of leverage factor, but you must know what to do. Okay, you must know what to do. So one of it is you need to focus on this thing. You see, I realized that when I started my Enagic business 9 years ago, I realized that everybody, of course, the most popular is none other than Daniel Dimercalli, the famous, demo king of Enagic. But I realized that everybody is just so focused in selling. So they do a demo, sell. They do a demo, sell. But today, I want you all to write it down on your piece of paper that you need to focus on recruitment. Or some people call it sponsorship, sponsoring, recruitment. Why? Recruitment, okay? Recruitment will get you your army, okay? Selling will make you money today, but it will not last because you will somehow spend it, right? Then tomorrow you have to sell again. Then the next day you have to sell again. But recruitment will get you your army, and your army will get you your great life. That's a fact. I'm where I am today. I have great things in my life today, not because this physical body here can do so many demos, no, but because I've got a great and amazing team like all of you. I mean,
we have you.
Thank you. We have each other. So you must focus. I mean, can you imagine? Let's say if I were to say, Anna, would you even imagine one day you will have a group of leaders in Africa contributing 1,000 machines to you, Anna? You will not imagine. You know why? Because maybe, Anna, you will be thinking, Gary, how can that be? I don't have anybody in Africa. But again, I want to tell you, Anna, I never in my wildest dream think that I will have business in Norway. Never. Because to be honest, I don't even know where is Norway. I don't know.
Soon you will know.
But you know what? The nature of our business, remember this, the nature of our business, even if the person is 1,000 levels down from you, and if you are a 6A2 and above, that's why your goal is not even to be a 6A. 6A is just tap yourself on the back, continue working. Your goal is to be a 6A2. Everybody's goal
6A2.
in Enagic should be 6A2, not even 6A. I know there are a lot of broke 6As. They become 6A and they are still broke and they die. You know why? Because if you don't build your team properly and you turn back, all are user, how are you going to become a 6A2? You need 2 more 6As. So make sure you build your business in such a way that you have minimum of 2 lines actively producing that brings you up. Okay. So can you imagine, let's say again, I want to say, let's say Anna, can you even imagine one day you have a group in Africa and you have no idea where is that place, maybe it's Zimbabwe or Ghana or some Nigeria. and contributing you 1,000 machines a month. Now, ladies, that is possible in our Enagic business. Seriously, I cannot think of any other business that actually gives us that kind of potential, even if that person is 1,000 level deep. Let me just give you a few examples. I've got it written down. Okay, let me just give you a few examples. I've got a lady, some of y'all have met, her name is Win. Okay, Win. She's a Vietnamese based in Australia, Perth. She is my 13 level deep. That means from me, 13 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 13 level. And 13 levels deep from me in 3 different countries. That means from me in Malaysia, a few of my leaders in Malaysia, and then this group of people went to Vietnam, and then a few people in Vietnam, and then it went to Australia, and then after 4 leaders later, it's she, 13 levels deep. Win last year gave me US dollars, she gave me 25,000 US dollars.
Wow.
Just one lady from her team.
Wow.
Tell me, I don't know. Unless you tell me the people in Norway are allergic to money, everybody is going to be excited with what we have. I mean, unless you tell me the people in Norway doesn't like money, you know, oh no, Norway people are very funny. They don't like money. Unless they don't like money, they are going to love what we have. But you must be able to tell them, okay? You must be able to tell them this. Now, I realized, having said this, I realized that some people, like even today, okay, even today, I spoke to one guy called Jess Adona. He's a Filipino based in Batangas or something like that. Is there a place called Batangas?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah. So he came from a place called Batangas, and he's very into marketing. So I started talking to him, and lately he's been doing some very good marketing things and all that. And then I told him, and he says, you know what, Gary, I don't want to be known like a salesperson. I want to be more like a doctor. You know, a doctor, he gives prescription. He asks the patient a question, and then the patient tells him the problem. Then I prescribe a medicine. I don't want to be a salesperson. Then I actually asked Jess. I said, Jess, what is your perception of a salesperson? What's your perception of? Do you all realize that a lot of people actually don't like the word sales? A lot of people like, no, I'm not selling. No, I'm not selling to you. I'm not selling. Like they have this negative association with sales. Do you all agree? There are a lot of there are a lot of people who have this negative perception towards sales. Now, I realized that actually terminology has different effect to different people. It's just a way of how you understand. People are phobia with sales. People are phobia with the word multi-level marketing, MLM. Am I right? People are phobia with direct sales, the name. All these are just names, you know. But I realized that if you have the correct perspective of this terminology, you will see it in a different way, and you will act differently, and you will get different results. So guys, remember, I guarantee you in your group chat, I said that after today, you will be on fire, and then you won't sleep, be able to sleep. I'm going to keep my part of the promise, okay? Now, the first thing that I want to do is to change your mindset on this term called sales. Now, I realized that, okay, let's say if I were to ask Anna, can you just quickly describe to me what is your idea of the word sales? When the word comes sales, what's the thing that comes to your mind?
That the person have a product.
To sell.
product to sell, and you get money.
Yes. So you sell and get money, right? Okay, what about Christina? What's your idea of sales or selling? What's your idea about this word called selling, sales?
Yeah, you have a product and you earn from the product that you're selling.
So you earn something
Just
from the
like
product
that,
you're
and the
selling, right?
period.
Yeah.
And
How
after
about
the sale, it's
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah. Of course, after the transaction of the sale, you make money,
Yeah.
right? Okay. How about Christina?
Yes.
What's your perception of sales or selling? The word selling, sales. What do you think it is?
It's actually the same. Generally, selling or sales is having a product, having a customer, and of course, the exchange of money
Exchange
or
of
money
money, right?
transaction.
You see, I asked one question and 3 answers came back roughly about the same. And that is the reason why a lot of people have this idea is, I don't like to sell because I'm going to make money from that person. I don't want to, he's my relative, he's my friend. I don't want to be seen like taking his money, you know. That's the reason why there are some people who are so embarrassed, they don't even want to be known as sales. But let me tell you, okay, I told you, I'm going to set you on fire. I will make you not sleep tonight. Okay. First, I will tell you my definition of sales. Are you all ready, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, ready?
Ready.
Yeah. Write this down. Sales is about communicating the value of your products or services to your prospect. That is sales. Sales has nothing. You see, the point is, if you think about sales as giving, that means you are telling this person, did you know this is not just a phone? This can make you millions. This can do this. You are communicating the value of this product to your prospect. Of course, if your prospect feels that the value is there and they want to get it, then they pay you the money. And that's fair because you are giving a value to them. It is all about exchange. It's about giving. Now, if you think about sales as giving, where has the embarrassment comes in? Why will people fear or people like phobia with this word? They are phobia because they are thinking that I am going there to take money. I'm going there to take something from them. That's why I don't like to be associated with this thing called sales. Sorry, I think for the betterment of everybody, I'll just mute all. All right? Can y'all still listen to me? Yeah? Okay, good. Okay. Because if there's some background voice, then it's quite distracting. So can y'all see this? So if you just think that sales is about you going out there to give value, communicating as in sharing, talking, whether it's online or through voice, it's about sharing the value, it's about communicating the value of your products and services to your prospect. Then guys, tell me where is the embarrassment? Where is the fear? There's no fear because you are not like expecting them to give you something. Of course, if they see your value. So I always tell people this, when people don't buy from you, listen, when people don't buy for you, there are only 2 reasons. One, you fail to communicate the value of your products and services, or not enough. That means it's not clear enough. Maybe you just did it not clear enough. Or the third one, I like to call the third thing, you don't even know what they want. And then you are just trying to just tell everything. That's why we always say sometimes in selling, ask more questions, know what they want. Sell people what they want. Don't sell them what you want. Sell people what they want. That is sales. Okay? So remember this. There is no that I mean I just put into the group chat this afternoon. I said business is about solving people's problem. If you can solve people's problem through communicating the value of your product, which is solving people's problem, then people is going to buy. People need. Imagine, guys, if today you have a cure for coronavirus, are you going to be feeling embarrassed? Oh, I don't want to tell people. No, you will tell the whole world because you are able to solve people's problems. So the same thing. Look at what you have in Enagic, in Kangen, as solving people's problem. So your version of sales should be communicating the value of Kangen. So your value of Kangen can be two things. It can be in the health, it can be in the wealth, it can be freedom. It depends. So coming back to this, I like to bring you all back to the time when Rex came to stay in my holiday home in Cameron. And Rex asked me this, and that's way before I know about Amalia, I know about Christina or Anna. You know, it was nothing that time. I think. Oh, okay. Wait a minute, Helen. Yeah, Helen.
That was just a year ago. That was just last year.
Exactly 1 year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was 1 year ago that Rex was on the way back from Norway. Rex was on the way back from Norway, going back to Philippines, and he decided to stop over in Kuala Lumpur. So he messaged me, am I available? I told him, yes, why not? And I said, come and stay a few days with me. I'm in my Cameron home. So he came, he stayed, and we had a lot of sharing session. And then he asked me this question. He says, Gary, how to promote in Norway? I said, why do you ask that? He says, you know what? In Norway, they claim that their water is the best in the world. So I said, okay. So if Norway's water is the best in the world, and then you go there and talk about Kangen water, yes, Kangen water is definitely better, but maybe the impact may not be as much as, let's say you compare the water in Manila or Philippines or Malaysia, right? So again, remember just now I said, our business is about solving people's problem. The bigger the problem you can solve, the more people will pay you, the more impact, the more higher the returns, right? Higher the result. So then he says, oh, water is very clean, virtually the best in the world. So I say, okay, that's number one. So tell me, what about money, making money? He says, well, you know what, in Norway, a lot of people making quite good income, you know, maybe about 5,000 US to about 8,000, you know. Even nurses will get that kind of income, you know. So I mean, of course, if you were to compare to like Malaysia or Philippines, it's so different. So I say, okay, now tell me, what is it that hurts most in the Philippines? I said, what is it that hurts most for the people who are working in Norway, especially the Filipino, since he's a Filipino. So I say, especially the Filipino. And he says, well, the thing that I can see is the freedom. Why? Because a lot of people are working away from their family, and there are a lot of social problems, you know, they can't be there with their family, you know, there are also all the things. So I said, if that is the case, then the thing we need to sell is not only the water, not only the money, but we need to emphasize more on the freedom. So what I'm trying to tell you all is this. You need to know what your people want. That's why doctors do not prescribe. They give you a solution to your problem. They always, you realize, right? When you go and see a doctor, doctor is don't like you walked in and then they say, oh, I think you are sick. I think I better give you this. I think you need this. I give you. They don't say, I think. The doctors always give you the prescription of your problem by asking you questions. So doctors always ask questions because they need to know what you need. Same with Enagic, same with Kangen. Don't force something down people's throat. Ask them, what are your real needs? Of course, everybody needs health, money, freedom, everything. But what is that they really want it so bad that they will do anything for it? That is what you need to emphasize more. Okay? So remember this. In Enagic, there are, of course, there are some people who just want the water. By all means, sell them the machine. Refer, get them to refer, get them to refer as many as possible. All right? Now, the next thing I would like to talk about is there's one thing in Enagic that you all need to do very well, okay? And it's a trade secret, not just only in Enagic, but in the world of network marketing. You need to be a good inviter. What's an inviter? You need to sell events. You need to be very good in selling events, okay? When I was starting up my career in Enagic, I realized that I was trying to sell the product. But when you try to sell the product, people look at you differently because maybe some of your friends, they say, hey, you are probably not an expert in this field. So what you want to do is to sell events. Like for example, you want to sell the KPT events in Malaysia. Or if you are having your own meetings in Norway, sell that event. Bring people to the event. Because why? When you bring people to the event, not only they listen to you, but they see the crowd inside there, and then they hear from many different sources. Some people like to hear from third party. They don't just want to hear from you because probably they know you already. They want to hear from a third party. So selling events is very important. So you don't sell the product, you sell the events. Let the event sell the product. So if you want to do a demo, sell the event of a demo. Bring your people. Now you think about it. Is it easy to learn to do the demo or to bring somebody to see a demo? Which is easier? I think bring somebody to see a demo is so easy, right? Rather than you want to be, wow, I need to be like Daniel Dimakali. I need to be like somebody so well-versed in. Just bring. And then I realized, one day I was in Malaysia, 6823 and above meeting, and I met one guy. His name is Bryce, and he has a stroke. Half his body is already like paralyzed. He can't talk properly. His ear is like bent a bit, And he is a 6A2-4. Can you imagine? Stroke patient, can't talk properly, 6A2-4. He got something like 56823 under him. Amazing guy. And I asked him one question. I said, hey, Bryce, tell me what's your secret? You are a stroke patient. How did you get to where you are? He says this. He says, Gary, because of my limitation, I literally put my 100% effort into being a good inviter. And he just sell events after events after events. And his secret is sell events. Every event, either he pay people to go, he drag people to go, he bluff people to get them to go. Whatever he do, he makes sure people go to the event. And every time when people go to the event, boom, boom, boom. Leaders created. People don't want to buy machine, buy machine. From buying machine, end up become leader. Because you see, you must understand, guys. Don't put yourself as that thing, Let the system run your business, not you. If you are the one who need to do the demo, do the installation, do the talking, do everything, I tell you, you're stressed out. Let the system sell the events. Let the events sell the business. Let the event close the deal. Let the event do the work for you. You sell the events. Okay? So these are very important things because as I want to tell people, a lot of people confuse network marketing with traditional business. And you don't blame them because some of them have experience in traditional business. They have run restaurants, they have a hardware shop, they have a printing company. It's true. when they come to Enagic and they saw a product, they thought their role is to sell the machine, sell the product. No, your role is to get the system to work for you and to leverage on your team. And in our business, everything is this word called duplication. Without duplication, you don't have a business. You have a job. You have a self-employed job. And it's really tough because nobody is helping you. You are working alone. Okay? You need a business through duplication and a system. All right? Okay. Now, next thing I want to talk about is just another 2 more things before I go to my last topic. Now, if I were to ask you a question, let's say this represents the market of Norway. My phone screen represents the market of Norway. Can I ask you a question? How many % of this market are you covering with the way you are doing your marketing right now?
Wait.
I tell you, a lot of people, I'm not even talking about Norway, even just talk about Oslo or whatever that little street that you are living on. I'm telling you, a lot of people's market is this, and I can't even see it. You know why? Because I realized that a lot of people, especially in network marketing, they are just focused on selling, but they are not focused on this thing called marketing. If I were to ask you all, do you all know what's the difference between marketing and selling? Let's say if I were to ask Ma Aida. Hi Ma Aida. Hello.
Hi.
Do you know what's the difference between marketing and selling? Do you have any idea? You like to try? What's the difference between marketing and selling?
I'm not so smart.
You like to try? What when I say marketing, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Marketing. Okay. Do you think
Marketing, maybe
marketing and sales the same? Do you think they are the same?
marketing and selling is somehow related, but for me, marketing is something which you have a system
Okay.
to work with,
Okay.
and selling is just simply, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Marketing is like a higher level. With
Higher
the
level of
technique
selling,
and
right?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Ma. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Salamat. Okay. How about Amalia? Would you like to try? What do you think? What do you think is your idea of marketing and selling?
Marketing is the one who you will have your strategy. You have your the way you will promote your product. While selling,
Okay.
you just show to people. I want to sell this product. That's it. But without any
Right.
other what you call this, strategy or marketing. That's it. I don't know if
Right.
it's correct.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Different people, different perception, right? Okay. Thank you, Amalia. How about Anna? Would you like to try, Anna? What do you think is the difference between marketing and selling?
I think marketing is something that you have to establish some relationship with your customer or your prospect, and then
Okay.
you create value.
Right. And selling?
And selling is what I have said before. It's just introduce your product, you exchange for money, and that's it. You
Okay.
earn.
Right. Okay. So do you all want to hear my version of marketing and selling?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. As I told you, I'm going to make all of you not able to sleep tonight. Oh, I have to sleep shortly already. But probably you all won't sleep tonight, okay? Now, listen to my analogy of marketing and selling is not from me. It's from a marketing research, and it's proven. Okay, listen, you want to write it down, write this down. Marketing is about creating leads or generating leads. For example, if you put a billboard in your most busiest highways, okay, so what people do is people look at it, wow, do you want to stop coronavirus? We have the solution, call us now. Wow, it's not a sale, people don't buy, but wow,
Advertise.
there's a hope for coronavirus. I'm interested. I mean, or is there something, or some people put something like McDonald's. People don't buy because of the signboard, but every day people think of McDonald's. If burger, McDonald's. Or in the Philippines, Jollibee, Jollibee, Jollibee. So you create, so marketing is about generating leads. Keep on giving you leads. That means you are like a funnel. You know a funnel? So your marketing strategy or your marketing activity should be something that brings a lot of people in, but it may not convert to sale, but it just brings people in. Okay, now selling. So marketing is generating leads, activities to generate leads. That's marketing. Selling, on the other hand, is the activity to convert the leads into customer. So your selling part is, that's when you have to close them. That's when you have to sell your full, communicate the value of your product, give them, solve their problem, make sure that you know what they need, provide the solution to what they need, close the sale, give them the thing. That is sales. So marketing, selling. Now, think about it. A lot of people, especially in network marketing, correct me if I'm wrong, how you all are doing is you look at your phone and you look at your 20 customers or your 20 friends and you call them. Then after that, your 20 friends, you try to call them. This type of marketing works. I'm not saying it doesn't work. But today in the new world, we live in a new world, we need to play in the new world game. Now think about it. How are you going to even touch 10% of Oslo market? I'm not even talking on Norway. I'm just talking on Oslo. How are you going to capture 10%? How are you going to get 10% of people in Oslo to know that Anna is doing Kangen and Kangen can solve this problem, that problem, and this is what you need? How? Think about it, okay? Many ways. If you have big budget, put a billboard in front of the most busiest street in Oslo. Now, sometimes you think about it, and this is something I like to call the cost of acquisition. Okay, you may want to write it down, the cost of acquisition. Now, a lot of people don't realize that the cost of acquisition is very important. In business, everything is cost of acquisition. People advertise, cost of acquisition. People hire staff, cost of acquisition. People pay referral, cost of acquisition. Now, imagine if I pay 1,000 and I make 2,000, I still make 1,000. If I don't pay the 1,000, I won't make the 1,000. So don't look at paying the 1,000, look at making the 1,000. Okay, of course, billboard can be one, but the most effective way of advertising in the world today is called social media.
Social media.
Okay? Seriously, social media. If you are not on social media, you are not doing marketing. You have a question, Christinette? Yeah,
Yeah, I
Christinette?
have a YouTube channel.
Wow. Are you some form of a celebrity, Christinette?
Actually, we are subscribed to each other. So I'm always listening and watching your
Oh, you are
YouTube channel.
also watching
Yes.
my video, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Now,
Christina.
why I'm trying to say that is, although having said social media, a lot of people tell me this, they say, Gary, but I'm doing that. I'm on Facebook. I say, A lot of people say they are on Facebook, but you know what they are doing Facebook? They are looking at other people's things. They're not even doing something to promote their thing. Come on. Facebook is a double-edged sword. It can make you millions and millions of dollars. It can also take away a lot of your time and make you a very stressful person. So my question to you is, what are you doing on social media to touch 10% of Oslo? I'm not even talking about Norway. 10% of Oslo. What are you doing? Now, if you are like me, what I'm doing with my team every day now, okay? Every day now, I'm telling you, not just 1 week once, every day. I think of an idea, I said, how are we going to target this group of people? Give me 10 strategy each, and I put the assignment to about 10 people. Now, can you imagine if 10 people comes out with 10 strategy each, you have 100 strategy, let's say it overlap each other, let's say all in there are about 50 strategy. Can you imagine if every single month you just apply 1 or 2 strategy, what kind of results you are going to get from your business? Never think about that, right? Now, all we think of is, oh, Kangen, call your friend. Kangen, call your friend. Hey, but this thing is too slow. You must understand one thing, First and foremost, you are not the only people doing Kangen, number 1. Number 2, you are not the only one doing ioniser. You are not the only one doing network marketing. So in other words, if let's say there is a potential person in Norway that will one day contribute 1,000 machines to you, you are not the only one looking for him or her. There is 1 million people or 1 billion people looking for this person. They can be from Kangen, they can be from New Skin, they can be from Caldero. My question, how are you going to reach these people? My answer, social media. You may need to spend some money, do it. That seriously depends on how much budget you want to allocate. But if you want to do it yourself, by all means, if you want to go and learn and do it yourself, you can do it too. But do something about it, okay? Later, I will share with you 1 or 2 tips that, again, I say will set you on fire and it will make you not able to sleep tonight. All right? Okay. Now, I've spoke about the marketing part, the power of the internet and the social media. Now, I want to share with you all one, I think I shared this through a video. I'm not sure if you all have seen. One day I went to a restaurant. I brought my 4 children. It's a hot pot restaurant. We ate, and then the lady boss came out and she said, Mr. Gan, your package that you order for this meal entitles you for 2 dessert. However, if you can go to my Facebook page, the restaurant's Facebook page, put a like, I will give your whole family the dessert. Guess what I will do? Naturally, I will just go in and put a like, right? But if she would have asked me to even write a comment and say how good my experience, take a photo and put it there, I would have even done it. And how much does it cost her? Maybe another, I don't know how much with that dessert. It doesn't cost much. My question to you, what are you doing with your social media? Number 1. What are you doing with your people's social media now? Let me tell you something about social media that I've learned. Now, all this like and love, some people like to give me a lot of like, a lot of love, It's not effective. You want to press this button called share. Because the moment you share it, it goes to a different community. So now my question to you is, when somebody is attached to you, let's say somebody just bought their machine, installed the machine, are you taking the photo of them with the machine? Number one. Number two, are you posting that photo in your Facebook? If you post that photo in your Facebook, again, your same community is going to see the same thing and they don't want. Because why? I already know Helen is doing Kangen. I know Helen. Helen is Miss Kangen. Helen is the Kangen Norway. They know. But if that photo were to land in that new person's timeline, now you have a different community. And that's exactly what you want to do. So you want the viral not to spread, keep on spreading in your own timeline, because everybody knows that you are doing Kangen already. What's the big deal? Every day they see, oh, Helen install another machine. Yeah, Helen, you know, it's the same, it's the same. They are so used to seeing Helen installing machine. But let's say if the machine, let's say James installed the machine, and then Helen, now this is what I will do if I were you. I would say, James, now, can you do me a favor and I give you a special gift? You can give them a bottle if you like, or give them a water bag, whatever, or maybe give them a book, Dr. Shinya's book, whatever. You just think of something, okay? Now, or give them a meal voucher, a high tea voucher, up to you, you know. Now, James, can you do me a favor? Can you give me your camera? Okay, so why must his camera? Because make sure he do it in his timeline, not you, okay? Can you give me your camera? Okay. Take his camera, take a snapshot of him and the machine, and then get him to post on his timeline and write something about Kangen. And if he is flexible enough to let you hold his phone and go to his timeline, you do the right thing. Why? Because you will write the most best thing. If he writes, he'll probably write, oh, this machine is okay. But if you write, you'll probably write, you know, wow, I just got the machine and it's fantastic and blah, 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 you know. Do that. How much is a bottle? How much is a water bag? How much is a gift voucher? Nothing much.
Yeah.
But he start to talk about Kangen in his group. You never know, you may attract another Christina, you may attract another Amalia, another Anna, another Helen. I'm telling you. Think of ideas like this. Think of what you can give people, free gift, whatever it is, but make sure they do something for you to promote what you are doing. Think about it. The lady has nothing to lose by giving my whole family additional 2 to 3 bowls of dessert. But what she did was she got me to put a like in her thing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe because I like her thing, every time she got a new promotion, I will see it. One day I can go and eat again and eat again and eat again. Marketing, guys. Marketing. Think about it. Okay? Now, let me share with y'all. Do y'all want more tips? Do y'all want more ideas on these marketing tips that will really rock your business to the next level? Okay. Let me share something. Let me share another story that I've recently heard that really blew my mind. Now, this particular story I'm sharing with you has nothing to do with Kangen, but I want you to think of that story and how you can apply it in your Kangen business. Okay, think about it. Now, any one of you on this webinar have pets? Anybody have pets? If you have, raise your hands. Oh, nobody has pets here. Oh, Anna has a pet.
A pets.
Okay, has pet, huh? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a what? That's a cat?
Pets. Pets. That's a.
Is that a cat, Anna?
Yeah.
That's a
It's the
cat.
cat. Yeah. That's a cat. Yeah. Pet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, think of it. Now, this pet shop owner, he's thinking, you know, now because pet shop, I don't know in Norway, but every nook and corner there's a pet shop, especially in Malaysia. So everybody is doing pet shop. Everybody is selling some pet food. Everybody is doing. So what's the big deal? Pet shop, you know, everybody buys, you know. So this owner is thinking, how can I How can I get my people to talk about me like I'm the world's best pet shop owner? And he came out with an idea. Think about it, huh? Listen carefully and think about it. So Christina has a nice dog. Wow. Okay. Next time I come to Norway, I play with your dog. Okay. Think about it, huh? So this owner, suddenly he thought of this idea. He says, if a guy walks into his shop and buy pet food, he will make a profit of about 300 ringgit. That is probably about 80 US dollars. So in 1 year, this guy would have made about 2,500 US dollars from this client if he continues to buy in a year. So 2,500 US dollars. So this guy decided that he says, if I'm just going to day in, day out, just supplying dog food, selling dog food, nobody's going to notice him and nobody's going to talk great about him. And maybe sometimes his customer may be attracted to better offer somewhere else and they may just go and buy from somewhere else, right? But he says he wants to be different. He wants people to talk so highly about his pet shop that everybody will just want to buy from him. So he thought of this idea, okay? So he says, now if every customer were to give him a business of 2,500 US dollars in a year, he's going to take a certain portion of that amount to do marketing, to do branding, marketing, and to create something called a raving fans. You know, raving fans, like people will just, oh, wow, I want to buy from, I want to buy from Anna. I want to buy from Anna, raving fans. Okay. Now, he took about probably $500 from that estimate of 2,500 that you will make from every client. He take $500 and he decided his top 10 customers, he took $500 and tell them, each of these customer, I'm going to give you 2 tickets, fully paid expense trip to this island in Malaysia. And this is in Malaysia. So he says, I'm going to give you 2 tickets, full expense paid trip, air ticket, hotel, airport transfer, everything, meals to this island. And it only costs 500. Actually, he managed to get bulk discount because he's going to give 10 people. So instead of 500, he told them it's 500 value, but it's probably only 300 US dollars. Can you imagine if Anna and Christina, you all are pet owners? Have your pet owner ever even called you and wish you birthday? I don't know. But can you imagine this pet owner suddenly calls you and said, you know what, Anna? Since you have been buying pet food from me, and I appreciate your business so much, I'm going to give you and your husband a return ticket to worth $500. Wow. Well, how's your feeling? Tell me. Would you like, wow, what kind of pet shop is this? Huh? Never in my life, I've been buying pet food for so many years. Never in my life, I got a thing like this from a pet food. It's like, you probably won't sleep at night, right? That's number one. 我可以用啊。我陣間做，我有嘢喺入邊，我未。OK. So, number one, you're already so excited, right? Wow. Okay. So now my next question is, and you know the pet shop is real because he's going to give you the voucher, he's going to tell you when to go and all that, and then you confirm, maybe your date's okay, confirm. So you are going to get the ticket. So the moment you got the ticket, what would be the first thing in your mind? If you have somebody who is buying pet food, would you want to tell the person to buy from this person? Because hey, whichever pet shop will ever even do this, this guy do that, right? Okay. So imagine, okay, imagine what are you doing to get people to talk about you? That's number one. Okay. So, but this guy is smart, you know, this is what he does. Okay. Think of it, this is what he does. So he says, go for your trip. So then he sent these 10 people, either is, I forgot whether they are go together or is a different trip based on their availability, they go. So he goes. But before he go for the trip, you know what this pet shop owner will do? This pet shop owner will call them and says, let's say his name is Richard. Richard, can you do me a favor? Now the pet shop is giving Richard this so-called reward of about $300 US. If the pet shop owner asks Richard for a favor, what do you think will be the answer? Yes or no? Surely it's no-brainer, right? The Richard will just say yes. What favor you want? And Richard and the boss will say, can you give me 10 of your friends who are also buying pet food, who are also having pets buying pet food? Definitely, because if I'm very sure, like you all have pets, sure you have some friends who also have pets. Everybody have pets, have somehow got friends who have also got pets. You share the same ideas, and so you say, yeah, I got 10 friends who are also buying pet food from somewhere. Yeah, why not? I can recommend to you, since you are so good to give me a trip. I've never seen a pet shop owner so special, right? Okay, that's number one. So he is going to give you all the names, the 10 names, right? So you are supposed to call the 10 names, but here's the trick. Don't make the call. So he don't make the call. You know what he do? Instead, he send this couple for the trip. So 3 days, 2 nights, or 4 days, 3 nights, depending. So went for the trip, everything, come back. You know, and the pet shop owner says, hello, Richard. How's the trip? You know, of course, 2 days later, maybe he come back exhausted, recovery 1 day, 2 days later, he call, Richard, how's the trip? You know, wow, you know, you just came back. Of course, free holiday, meals free, fully paid expense, airport, everything is free. Virtually don't need to even take out a single cent. What do you think Richard is going to say? He won't be complaining, right? What kind of cheap holiday you brought me here? He won't say that, right? It's free anyway. He's going to say, wow, it's good. Okay. And here's the magic. Now, the pet shop owner is going to say, okay, Richard, since you have given me the 10 names, and you have enjoyed, the holiday was great, right? Can you just do me a favor? Can you just tell your 10 friends the experience that you had in the holiday? I tell you, the moment he tell the 10 friends of what this pet shop owner does for them, all of the 10 friends came buying from this person, because no pet shop owners ever give that thing. My question to you today, some of y'all, maybe Christina, you have sold some machines. What can you do to make some of your people go out there and shout so loud that Christina is the best thing that has ever happened in my life? Think about it. Maybe write down 10 things. It doesn't have to be trips. It can be meals. It can be high tea. It can be something, you know. But get people talking. Get people talking about you. You know, as I say again, you are not the only person selling Kangen. But why people want to buy from you? Why people want to buy? Think about it. So imagine a pet shop owner. So you think about it. If some of y'all are wearing glasses, when was the last time your optometrist actually called you to ask you, how are you? Think about that. If some of y'all make shirts, tailored shirts, when was the last time your tailor actually called you and asked, how are you? How's your life? Send you a birthday card. Think, all these are very, very important. Why? Out of sight, out of mind, out of sight. Out of mind, out of sight, or out of sight, out of mind. So what have you been doing? Do you know some of y'all probably would have some customers or database in your group that are potentials, but maybe you have not relooked into them. Do something about them, do some advertising, do some promotion, do some give back to them. They are not even uncovered. There are some diamonds in your group right now that are still not known. Who knows? Maybe by just doing some activities like this, rewards, social media, whatever, you know. I mean, the list goes on. there are so many things that you know, there are so many things that you can do. And as I say, some people say money. Some people say, oh, Gary, what you are telling me, put a billboard, do this, do that, no money. Do you know what? Money is not an issue. Money has never been an issue. Let me tell you this. What if you can even do a partnership with somebody with money and share the profit with that person? Think about it. Think about it. Has money ever been an issue? When Jack Ma started Alibaba, he was virtually nothing. So many people, Henry C., the late Philippine tycoon, when he started, no money. Money has never been an issue. But idea is always an issue. Do you have an idea? If you have an idea and it needs money and you don't have it, somebody will give it to you. Why? You can always share the profit. Profit can always be shared. Think about it. Okay? Last tip. Wow, going to be 1 a.m. already in Malaysia. Last tip, okay? Before I end and tell you what's the next event in June. The last tip is, and this you can, again you can really think about it this way, okay? This is an example. Just think of an example. Do you all think Kangen is a premium item or a low-level item? What do you all think? Premium or low-level?
Premium.
Premium, right? Okay. Can you think of another product that is premium item? That means is the Rolls Royce in their class. What do you think? Let's say watches. What is a premium watch that you all can think of? Give me a name. Rolex?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, maybe, right? Rolex, right? Now, think about it this way. Remember, this is to tell you no money, no problem. Okay? No idea, big problem. If you have idea, money will find you. Okay, think about it. So, imagine you go to Rolex. And this is just an example. Imagine you go to Rolex and then you tell Rolex, I'm going to spend about $100,000 US. $100,000 US to do an amazing party. I'm going to bring in Celine Dion to sing in that event with $100,000 budget. I'm going to buy the best Norwegian salmon to entertain your 50 most, your 50 highest clients. Okay, 50 highest clients. That means some of the world's richest men that buys from Rolex, the top 50. And I need you to invite them, but you don't even have to bring a single cent. And I'm going to spend $100,000, bring in Celine Dion, the freshest Norwegian salmon. I'm going to have all these, the most expensive wine. I'm going to dine your 50 most expensive client. What do you think is the answer from Rolex? And they don't even need to spend a single cent. What do you think? Do you think
Yes.
the chances of them saying yes? No brainer,
Yeah.
right? Rolex will be thinking, wow, this guy is amazing. He's going to add so much value to me. I now can call all my 50 clients to go for, it's like their privilege, you know, their exclusive privilege. They're going to attend amazing with Celine Dion as a singer. Okay. Now, of course, you are going to tell Rolex, you say, Rolex, but of course, nothing is free. You don't have to pay a single cent. I just request just half an hour for us to present our special, the best water technology in the world. That's our request. We just, after the Celine Dion singing everything, and then we are just going to show half an hour of the best water system in the world called Enagic Kangen. So Rolex, do you think Rolex will have issue with that? No, right? Because you are paying the bill, you are doing the whole thing. He's going to bring. So Rolex is, so you know what? You got Rolex top client that is going to come to see your demo. What do you think are the chances of you selling maybe all 50 of the customers, one each K8? No issue, right? If they can buy Rolex, what's a machine? Okay, but now you got a problem. You got $100,000 US problem. You don't have the money. But that, my friend, is not a problem. You know why? Now, think of a car that is of premium. Mercedes. So now you are going to go to Mercedes. And you go to Mercedes now, and you are going to tell Mercedes, you know what, Mercedes? I'm now doing an event where Rolex is going to bring 50 of their top customers. Do you want to be there? I give you a booth, $50,000. Do you want? What do you think Mercedes is going to? And Celine Dion is going to be there. Everything, you know, all this great thing. And the most important, the 50 top Rolex customers is going to be there. They may want to buy your new E-Class, your new S-Class. Do you want to be there? 50,000. So Mercedes says, why not? I'm going to go to an event where Rolex is bringing the 50 top customers. Oh, what do you think? Do you think Mercedes will want to be there? Right? Mercedes will no issue 50,000. What is 50,000 to Mercedes? They spend that kind of money every day for A&P, right? So they're going to have a booth. Why? Because of the top 50 Rolex customers coming. Have a booth. Then you go to Mercedes competitor, BMW. BMW, I'm doing this event with the top 50 customers of Rolex, and they are going to come. And you know what? Your biggest rival, Mercedes, is going to be there. Would you want to be there? 50,000. BMW goes there. They pay for your 100,000. You don't come out with a single cent. Not only that, you get to target all these people. Think about this. Marketing. What is marketing? Marketing business is all about creative idea. No money, no problem. No idea, big problem. So listen, my friends, we have been playing our Enagic business too small, too small. Our only way of getting clients is calling. But we have not really touched. How are we going to conquer the whole Norway, the whole Scandinavia, the whole Europe? We need creative ideas, collaboration, ideas. Think of it. So maybe as a team, okay, come together, brainstorm, come up with 10 creative ideas. Maybe this is exactly what I'll be doing also. Maybe you can even come out with, post something on your timeline that relates to Kangen, and the best posting will get a free gift. Let's say ask them to post for 10 days. 10 days, one gift. 20 days, one gift. 30 days, you go into a pool, lucky draw, free ticket to Japan. But you know what? If every day they are posting something on their timeline, number one, they are already in a way promoting Kangen. Number two, they are doing something about Kangen. Number three, you never know who is looking at their posting. It could be another Helen. It could be another Christina. It could be another Anna. It could be another Amalia. You never know. So what I'm saying is, think about it. Easily in the Norway team now, there are at least 30, 40, 50 or more people in that group. But my question is, how many people is doing something on a daily basis to talk about Kangen? Talk to people, talk to social media, on social media, or advertising, branding, whatever. But you can do something about it, okay? Because you never know. Somebody out there is watching. You know, I always post a lot of things on my Facebook. I don't know who is watching. Sometimes suddenly somebody will just message me and say, Gary, I'm looking for Kangen. Are you still doing it? You know, and they just come, because sometimes you never know who is looking at your Facebook posting. All right. So I hope what I've been sharing with y'all today makes a lot of sense. You may seriously want to work closer as a team, promote the idea of building a team. As I just mentioned just now, your focus should not be a 6A. Your focus should be a 6A2. Why I say that? Because if you focus being a 6A2, then your idea is about developing minimum 2 lines of active leaders. That means your first thing is thinking of where to build active leaders. But if you are looking at just becoming a 6A, you can be just selling machine, selling machine, selling machine until you get 100 machine and you get a 6A. But when you become a 6A, what's next? Nothing. Seriously, nothing. You only get a 6-point commission from a sale. But when you are a 6A2 and your people start building, even if you don't make any 8 points of some of these people below, you will make a lot of money when the group grows. That's what I'm talking about, the great life here. All right. So my final thing that I like to share with you all today is the next event of our KPT event. Initially, we were supposed. Oh, yeah, Helen.
Yes, I would just like to tell you, Gary, that our next, the team's next training in our local area is, the topic is all about strategizing how to conquer the Scandinavia or the Europe. So that is actually this talk of you is somehow a confirmation of what we are going to do to the next level. So creating ideas, so you blow it in our minds right now with the team that we are really on the right track and we are moving forward in this next distributors training that we are having in the Team Skyway Worldwide in Norway. Thank you, Gary.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, what really opened? Oh, hi, Edward. I finally saw Edward. Hi. What actually got me thinking about all this was attending an event just last week. Yeah, the event was last week. I'm sure some of you all saw on my Facebook. It's called the Jeevan Sales and Business Masterclass. Really blow my mind. And then I realized that most of us are not really doing the business like how a business needs to be done. No marketing, no system, no strategy, no creativity, nothing. All is just call, demo. And then I realized if we were to do it so much different, imagine like Amalia doesn't need to even work if she's making the same or more income with her job currently. She doesn't even need to work her current job. And it's possible. Why? I've seen people making that kind of money in Enagic, even without big kind of advertising or anything. And today, because of social media, it has made advertising, branding, promotion so easy, so affordable. You guys just need to really brainstorm on this, come up with 10 ideas, 10 strategies, 10 ideas, 10 creative way of doing things. It will lead you all somewhere. I'm definite. All right. Okay. So finally, the next event in June. Just let me open this. Okay. Okay, the next event in June, actually we are supposed to do it in May 23rd, 24th, but May is a Muslim celebration in our country, so a lot of restaurants a lot of hotels are fully booked, and now there's a big group of Indonesian that will be coming, so they can't come during that time. So the confirmed date will be, the KPT seminar will be 6 and 7 of June. Okay, you may want to write it down. 6 and 7 of June is a Saturday, Sunday. But we are throwing in a complimentary if you come on the 5th. Okay. So when you come on the 5th, if you can come early, that means try to arrive early. We are giving a complimentary half a day of advanced, or not advanced, like serious product training. So on the 5th, which is the day before the 2-day seminar, we'll do a half day, 2 to 6 p.m. We call it advanced product knowledge training, where we have doctors and pharmacists and health experts to actually share about the more advanced knowledge about Kangen product. So that's complimentary. You don't have to pay for that. It's on the 5th, 2 to 6. And then 6 and 7 of June will be the KPT Leadership Seminar. Some changes that we made in the KPT seminar is we have included people like Samsia. Not only we share about certain general topics, but Sam is very good with numbers. So he's also part of our speaker team nowadays, and his sharing is very good because when it shows you in numbers, you tend to see a very clear picture of our Kangen potential. All right, and 6 and 7. So for the KPT seminar, it is now 220 ringgit, inclusive of 2 lunch and 4 tea breaks for 2 days. Reason why it's priced this way is because, number one, we are also bringing in good speakers, which we have to pay. We are bringing in people that we have to pay. And number two, is now done in a hotel. Very nice hotel. If you've seen the last event that we had, the environment is different. It's very nice. It's like, it's virtually like a 5-star hotel. It's very nice. Okay, so it's in a hotel environment. And because it's in a hotel environment, you guys, if you want to, which we highly recommend, you can stay in that hotel. And a room, I think, is only about, what, 160 ringgit? That is like like maybe $40 US. So it's very affordable, and it comes with breakfast. It comes with breakfast. Not a 5-star hotel, though, but very clean, very neat. It's quite good. So you stay in that hotel, you come down, the seminar is actually in that hotel. All right. So, but this price of 220 needs to be confirmed by 15th of April. So you need to pay by 15th of April and have to pay full. We will give you some idea on how to make the payment. We are actually in the midst of arranging some online payment system. Okay, so we will let you all know how to make the payment. And of course, if anything that is after the 15th of April, then it will be 280 per person. So I suggest that if you are coming, go for the early bird, 220. All right. Of course, the training is really, really very special. All right. And same thing, the next day on the 8th is a 1-day city tour. That will be 190 usual. Some of y'all have been. So it's going to be the same. KLCC, Baru Caves, and Genting at 190, inclusive of lunch and dinner. All right. Now, the difference with the event in June is, I know it's a bit difficult for some of y'all who are working, but if you can, for certain reason, for your future, for your freedom, for your benefit, if you can just stretch your stay, since you're coming to Malaysia, flying all the way to Malaysia, stretch your stay for another few days, I will invite you all up. This is only to certain people. I cannot invite everybody. It's an exclusive, I call it the exclusive leadership retreat up in Cameron Highlands. You get to stay in my holiday home, okay, in Cameron Highlands. So after the 8th, which is the city tour, then we will do a leaders retreat in Cameron, and we will stay there from 9, 10, and 11. That means we'll stay there 2 nights. So we go up on the 9th and then back on the 11th. And then on the 12th, Sam is doing a special EKW. I'm not sure if you have heard of this thing, but it's the Essential Kangen Workshop. I've been to 3 or 4 times of this EKW. It's amazing. It really gives you very clear picture of our Kangen business, that some people who have no intention at all to do the business ends up becoming big players and really producing in the business after EKW. Okay, and the EKW is free if you purchase the Jivan ticket. So the Jivan event is on the 13th and 14th, okay, which is the following Saturday, Sunday lah. The 6th and 7th KPT Leadership Seminar is the first Saturday, Sunday. The following Saturday, Sunday is the Jivan Sales and Business Masterclass. Now, the few ideas that I've given you just now all came from this masterclass that I attended. And it's just 1% of what I learned from that event. So if you guys can come and attend, and that event is also, if you think of the cost, it's only $499. But of course, the $499, I will send you all into the group chat later. $499 is only until a certain period, then it becomes $799, and the actual price is actually $1,299. All this is in ringgit. Okay, but you can still get the $499 now if you commit. But I'm telling you seriously, if you and your team, not just you alone, you and your team sit there and listen to what Jivan has to share with you all regarding business strategy, ideas, and system in your business. Even he gave the headlines, headlines like, for example, 7 reasons why you should not make this type of phone calls. That is called a killer headlines. And he shared 10 of this type of headlines. Even the headlines alone is worth $499, I'm telling you. Can you imagine how many type of social media advertising you can put just by that 7 reasons? 7 reasons why you should not sell Kangen this way. 7 reasons why you should buy Kangen exclusively with me. 7 reasons why you don't want your team to do Kangen this way. Just that headlines alone, you will capture so much attention in your business. It's truly amazing. Okay, so I really highly recommend y'all, if you can, for this June event, spend your entire vacation. I call it the Freedom Project. Spend your entire vacation in Malaysia. You come on the 5th, go back on the 15th, because the last day is 14th. Come on the 5th, go back on the 15th. I tell you, whatever amount of money you spend, whatever time you spend, is 100% well worth it. I can't stress more of the importance of this event, but the way I see how our team, especially in KPT, grows with this type of event. I mean, some of you all like Helen, Anna, and Christina, you have seen how these Cambodia people, I tell you this, crazy, we just announced the event. Now, 3 buses coming, 3 buses. Each bus is about 50. That means a bit 150 confirmed. Paid the 220, paid already. 50 of them in one bus from a lady called Miss Heng. She's bringing people that's not even Kangen. Why? Because she told us personally, even a non-Kangen distributor, of course they have heard roughly about Kangen, maybe seen a demo. The moment they come and they go back, they end up buying 1 to 3 machines. Some of them really bought 3 machines. And there's a reason why you want to consider buying 3 machines if you are seriously building the business. But that I will leave to another day to talk about that. They end up going back buying 1 to 3 machines, and not only they buy, they do the business like crazy. Now imagine if all you need to do in our business is just bringing people to this event. How easy it can be, right? and Gary Gan is up on stage shouting, you just sit there, I mean, think about this. This is the best way to leverage. Okay? But in this seminar, you're not just only having Gary Gan, you're going to have Gary Gan, you're going to have Sam Sia, you're going to have Win, you're going to have this, you're going to have that, you're going to have the group from Cambodia. Now you're going to, not just Cambodia, now even the Indonesian is coming with 1 to 2 buses. The Indonesians. Wow. I'm telling you, seriously. I told my team, maybe even hotels sooner or later cannot fit already, may need to look for a stadium.
Wow.
So Yeah, so it's really amazing. Okay. Of course, I know and I understand that the trip from Norway is quite a distance and probably costs some, but think about it from a perspective of your why. That's why I say at the end of the day, what's your why? If your why is really big enough and if freedom is what you're really looking for, abolishing the OFW, making sure, I mean, again, I want to say, if you think about it, if you can earn the same amount of money that you are earning right now in whatever you are doing, but in Kangen, would you still want to get a job? That is the question. Would you still want to get a job or do what you are doing if you are getting the same income, that, not even more, just same income that you are getting in your job, but now you are getting in Kangen? So guys, I hope this sets you a bigger picture. And of course, I hope what I've mentioned about setting the fire and not able to sleep at night, I've achieved during this talk. I truly would want to say one thing before I end today's session. And I want to say this. You see, sometimes we have our ups and downs. Even me, normal. Okay, we have our ups and downs, we have our emotions, we have this. But sometimes think about it. What if, you know, just 2 days ago, I saw the video. I'm not sure if you heard of a guy called Jay Shetty. Have you heard of this guy called Jay Shetty? He's like the Indian monk, of course, living in UK. And then he talks about J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. And if you look at J.K. Rowling's life from the beginning, wow, challenges, bad. You know, mother died, went through a bad divorce. You know, this, that, penniless, no money, and today became one of the richest women on planet Earth. So what I'm trying to say is, what if tomorrow, just one action, one change of your mindset, one action, small little steps every day, what if tomorrow your greatest day is happening to you? Just think about that as a thought. All right. So guys, it's been a great pleasure. I don't want to bore you all further. I've been talking already for the last 2 hours. Right. Okay. So I'm going to unmute all of y'all. Okay. So all of y'all are already unmuted. Hi. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Gary, I just have a question.
Come again.
I just have a question.
Yes, Christina.
Because I got an invite from Enagic Global Convention, September 3 to 5, Las Vegas. Is that, yeah.
What kind of invite is that?
It's coming from Enagic International.
Okay.
Because I was added to the group. I shared my video regarding Enagic, or how I got the Kangen water machine with my husband and everything. And then they add me to the international because they are having the 30-day challenge to post something about Enagic unique somehow video or post.
Okay.
And then after that, I got an invitation for the global
Convention.
Global Convention in Las Vegas, September 3 to 5, 2020.
Yes. Are you planning to go?
We'll see. Because
yes. Yeah. You can.
You can set your goals for it. You never know.
But I said that I'm trying to go to that event. So they put me on the plus something. But I told them that if I wasn't able to come, maybe someone can represent me, and they said yes, as long as they are also Enagic's owner.
Yes. I think that invitation is because of your video. It could be because of your video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I love to see you there. I mean, if you have heard of this guy called Les Brown, the very
Yes.
popular motivational speaker, he's going to be one of our guest speaker there, key
Yes.
speaker.
I saw
Yeah,
his
so
name.
yeah, so I definitely look forward to seeing you all in Vegas. And I just told Helen that day. Helen, what's the name of that hotel that you told me? Have you told the team already?
Oh no,
Remember
not
I
yet.
asked you
Oh
about
no, not
that
yet.
hotel?
Not yet because
Okay.
I told them Gary has a blast of a news. So
Oh.
actually, I told Christina and Amalia that you have this. I have a great news, but I will let Gary tell all of us coming from himself.
What's the name of that hotel already?
It's the Grand Hotel.
So you guys know the Grand Hotel in Norway, right? In Oslo, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm officially making this challenge to all of y'all. The person who becomes the first 6A in Norway, in KPT Norway, I will personally fly to Norway and buy both of your husband and wife to the most expensive dinner in what, Grand Hotel?
Grand Hotel.
In Grand Hotel in Norway. So go for it, guys. Seriously, go for it. And I'll bring
So
a very
there you
special
are.
gift for y'all from
You
Malaysia.
heard it. You heard it. You heard it
So
from
Gary,
Gary.
you will be flying
Yeah.
on May.
Come again?
So you'll be flying to Oslo on May.
Because you are hitting it in May?
Yes.
Okay. Next question. Next thing I want to say, I definitely will make it, provided the coronavirus don't stop us.
You have Enagic, Gary. You have Enagic.
No,
You don't need
do you
to
know?
be worried about
I'm
Corona.
supposed to go to Okinawa in March, right, for the convention in Okinawa? And now even my tickets, my air tickets are cancelled. The airlines canceled the tickets.
Oh.
Yeah. So yes, but having said that, don't worry. I'm very sure everything will be okay. Continue to give everything. Hopefully, I will hear very, very good news in May. Yeah. Then I'll definitely see you all in May. I hope I hope the weather is not as cold as now in May, right?
No.
It won't be
No,
that
no.
cold anymore.
It will be perfect. Yeah. Gary, before you end, can I just thank you for in behalf of the KPT Norway.
Okay.
You as our mentor, our motivator, has been our inspiration from the day one that everybody went to Malaysia, and I suppose everybody will agree. And up to now, everybody is really on fire. It is because of how you mentored everybody and inspired everybody, and you have been a blessing, a great instrument from God who really motivates us, not only because of money, but because of having a great life and a freedom. That makes us having a vision of who will become and where we are going to. So you are a part of this journey, and with that, we would just like to bless you with more with a good health, bless you with more of a blessing, that you will continue to use your life for as an instrument of God's God's instrument in using your life. God bless you, Gary.
Thank you. God bless you all too. You all have been a great blessing to me too. As I say, never in my wildest dream I will ever even thought of having any business or anything in Norway. I don't even know where is Norway, and it will be my greatest. It will be my greatest blessing if we can see more lives being touched, more lives being changed, and more freedom being spread across the Filipino community all over the world. Yeah.
And lastly, lastly, Gary, if I can just thank all of our KPT leaders who are with us right now. KPT Norway will not KPT of KPT Norway will not be like this. Not if it's not because of the people, of the leaders that we have right now. So you know very well who you are. All who are here, God bless you, and let us continue what we have been starting, and let us all make it to the top. And the challenge that Gary is telling us, everybody, will be will just be somehow a flash, a blow in our minds right now. And I know that this couple, Christina and Kim, is already planning a huge events, and Amalia is running and really on fire, just like her leaders also in the Anna is also is a warrior, so that's why there's no stopping. All of them are unstoppable. So, and everyone who are also on duty right now, but they are still here, just listening. And Edward is here too, and he has his list, and I know that he's also going to be on fire like everyone else. So guys, the team, in behalf of Rex, who planted the seed in Malaysia with Gary. So we just thank him, and with his life, and let's just continue being the leaders that not because of him, but because of how God blessed him and used him, just like Gary has used his life for us too. God bless you all.
Thank you. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank you. All the
Gary.
best. God bless you
Gary,
all.
the picture taking. How about our picture taking?
A picture taking where?
Here.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody just do like that. Everybody just do like that.
What?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll send it to y'all later. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night, Gary.
Right,
Good
good
night,
night.
everyone.